course, when we created our site initially, and you probably don't want that password because it's going to be hard to remember. So if you want to go ahead and change it to something that's easier to remember, you can go ahead and just put that in right here, and then you would just click update profile. So the next thing we're going to do is head over to pages, and now we're going to clear out some of our pages here. So we can see that it comes with some sample pages once we install, so we want to go ahead and just get rid of these. So I'm going to click all of these, and then I'm going to click move to trash, and then I'm going to click apply, and then I'm going to come to post, all posts, and we're going to go ahead and clear these out as well. So we're going to clear out this one, select them all, and then move to trash, and then click apply. And now at this point, our site is pretty much a clean slate. If we come back to the home page, it's completely blank. And at this point, we can go ahead and move on to theme selection, which is what we're going to get into right now. All right, so now at this point, we've pretty much cleaned up everything we needed to clean up on the site. So we essentially have a completely blank skeleton, no pages, no nothing. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and install a theme, and we're going to be using a cool theme here to where we're going to essentially just import an entire site in a couple of clicks. So that's why I went ahead and deleted all the plugins, the pages, and the posts, because we're going to go ahead and import a pre-made template. And if this is your first time building a website, this is going to save you a lot of time, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you. So we're going to go to appearance, themes, and then we're going to click add new. And now, like I said, you can use pretty much any theme you want. However, if you want to follow along with this tutorial, it's going to be easier if you use the same one. And the one I'm going to be showing you is one that's going to allow you to go ahead and import an entire website. So it's going to take a lot of the design elements out of it. So we can essentially just go ahead and I'm going to show you how we can just drag and drop, and it's going to be really easy. So we're going to search for a theme called Astra, and then we're just going to click install, and then we're going to click activate. Now we've went ahead and installed this, and if we look at our site real quick, you'll see that not much has changed. It still looks, pretty terrible. But what we're going to do now is come down to plugins and then click add new. And this is where we're going to import essentially a pre-built site like I was just saying. So we're going to come in down to plugins, and we're going to search Astra Starter. And we can see right here, we're going to go ahead and install this right here, Astra Starter Sites. So install now. And we're just going to go ahead and activate that in a second, so we can see it's loading up. And what we're going to see here is that Astra offers a bunch of different page builders. So page builders are essentially plugins that makes the website building process a lot easier. So like I was saying earlier, plugins are essentially add-ons to WordPress, and a page builder is one of those add-ons, and it makes designing the site and everything a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and select Elementor because that's the one that I'm familiar with. However, if you already have experience with one of these other ones, you can use those. But for this video, we're going to use Elementor. Then we're going to click next. And now we are going to be browsing the templates for different already pre-built websites that we can edit using Elementor. So what we can do here is we can see that there's a ton of different pre-built templates here, and you can see there's different categories. So depending on what purpose you're building this website for, you can look at the different categories. So if you're building an e-commerce store, you can look at e-commerce. If you're building a business or an agency type site, you can go ahead and select one of these. Or if you're just building a blog or personal website, you can go ahead and select one of these. So there's a lot of different options, and you can go ahead and look through them and preview them. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and look through the business ones. and we're just going to wait for this to load up. And what you can do is you can actually click on these and click previews. So if I go in and just scroll down, you can just look through all these here. And let's say I just go ahead and click one of these here and I just click preview. You can see that this is what our site would look like if we go ahead and import this site. So we can see, we can take a look at it, look at different things, and you can see it looks pretty clean, pretty nice. So what you want to do is just go ahead and look at all these and pick the one that you think fits the style of site that you're trying to go ahead and create the best. Now, for the sake of this video, if this is your first time building a site, it would probably be easier for you to go ahead and select the same one that I select, just so that way it's a lot easier for you to figure out how to do the editing process, and then if you want to go back and change it later, you can. So just gonna go ahead and show you how you can just keep looking through a couple more of these, previewing and seeing what they look like. So this is a nice, simple and clean one, and I usually prefer nice, simple, clean ones here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. So we can see that it says we can just click right here to import the site, and what we can do is import different things along with it so we can install the required plugins. So a lot of these pre-built sites, they're going to require certain plugins that come along with it. So we need to keep this checked. You can see that's not even optional. And then we can import content along with it. We can import customizer settings, and we can import widgets. Now I would recommend just go ahead and keeping all of this checked, because then we'll just be able to go ahead and edit all of this ourselves. So I'm gonna just go ahead and click import site now. And you can see that this process is gonna take anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes, depending on how quick your internet is and the size of the website. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just speed this up, and then I'll be right back as soon as everything is imported and we can start editing. Alright, so it's went ahead and finished up, and you can see it only took 59 seconds, so not too bad. And now what we can go ahead and do is take a look at the site. So I'm gonna click view site. And once it loads up, you can see that just like that, we've went ahead and essentially added a ton of different pages to our site in just one click. So what we can do is we can see that we can go ahead and look through these different places here. We have like an about page, we have a blog page, we have a contact page, and we are pretty much good to go. Now you can see that right here, it kind of installed duplicates on the menu here. Now sometimes it will do that depending on the site you install. So if it does that, I'm going to show you how to fix that really quickly. So we can come down in here and come to the dashboard. And now I'm going to go to pages. And you can see that just duplicate pages were created. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just delete the duplicates here. Alright, so I've went ahead and I just deleted the duplicate pages there, because as you can see, every page was duplicated. And sometimes that happens during installation. There's sometimes little glitches and hiccups. So all I had to do was go into pages and go ahead and delete the duplicates out. Now this normally won't happen for you, but in case it does, I'll go ahead and keep this included in the video. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is go through some of the basics. So what we can do right here first is, now that we have an entire template laid out for our site, we essentially just need to start filling stuff in. So as we can see, it comes with a theme, it comes with images and everything like this, and it comes with all the text and everything in there and different pages. So now all we need to do is essentially customize it to get it to match the brand and type of thing that we're trying to create. And it's actually really easy to do. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mess with the header really quick. So we're going to come up here to customize. And we're going to wait for this to load up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go in the layout, and then we're going to click on header, and then we're going to go to site identity. And now we can see here that we can change this logo. So obviously, if you have a logo already, this is where we want to go ahead and put it in. And if you don't have a logo, I'm actually going to show you really quickly how you can make a really basic one to go ahead and put up here in the meantime. And I'm also going to show you somewhere where you can get a professional logo design. So first off, we're going to go ahead and just type in logo maker in Google real quick, and we're going to go to this one right here. So it's logo LOGOMAKR.com. So just logo maker without the E. And this site's going to let us create essentially free logos. Now, it's not going to be anything super crazy. It's going to be pretty basic. However, you know, it's a good way to start, and you definitely want something up here that isn't, you know, the base logo that already comes with the template site. So I'm going to go ahead and build this sample site out to kind of be like a marketing agency